In the morning, have you ever sat on the edge of your bed? Your legs simply didn't feel ready to carry you yet, not because you were in pain. You make an effort to stand, but you hesitate. You're not nearly balanced. It feels like you're losing the strength you once needed to go across the room, pour coffee, or get dressed. If lifting objects feels heavier, your arms fatigue more easily, or you've observed that you're moving more slowly. You're not by yourself. Every day, millions of adults over 60 deal with this silent deterioration. Here's the crucial reality, though. It goes beyond aging. Age-related muscle loss, or sarcopenia, is more frequent and preventable than most people think. Sarcopenia does not strike suddenly. It infiltrates subtly. Your independence gradually erodes as you lose a little steadiness here and strength there. What if I told you, however, that your body is still capable of rebuilding, not only through physical activity and exercise, but also during sleep? Yes, exactly. During the night, your muscles perform their most crucial strengthening and healing functions. But only if you provide them with the appropriate resources. Furthermore, those tools are not pills. They are specifically found in food, gentle, nourishing nutrients that promote muscle healing in the background while you sleep. Here at Golden Years Wellness, aging is a time to become stronger, smarter, and more aware of your body's natural cycles. We'll look at 4 potent bedtime meals in today's video that can help your muscles heal overnight, lower inflammation, and regain any strength that may have been lost over time. And you could be surprised at how profoundly the last dish, which is simple, silent, and spoonful-sized, works. So let's start with something magical at night, green and fluffy. Therefore, if muscle repair occurs while we sleep, what can we do to enhance the healing effects of that sleep? What can we consume simply, gently, just before bed to provide our muscles with the building blocks they need to repair themselves? It turns out that complex meal regimens and expensive supplements are not necessary. All you need is the appropriate food at the appropriate moment. Something little, simple to digest, high in minerals or protein, and soothing to the body and soul. These meals aren't substantial. These are small, nurturing routines that let your body know when it's time to relax and heal. And these small nighttime decisions build up over time, to feeling more like yourself again, to mornings that are steadier, to legs that are stronger. In the following segment of the film, we will examine 4 easy yet effective foods to eat before bed that can aid in the repair of your muscles as you sleep. The initial one? It's green, a bit hazy, and surprisingly effective for strength and sleep. First, let's talk about the modest kiwi. 1. Kiwis are little fruits that have a tremendous impact. Allow me to tell you a little tale about a man named George. He is a 74-year-old retired teacher who is gentle and compassionate. He told me something that stuck with me one afternoon as we were drinking tea by the window. He remarked, "I don't really sleep through the night anymore. I'm exhausted when I wake up. It feels like my body has been bracing for something while I slept. I feel like my legs are unsteady. I feel like my arms are heavier." He assumed it was simply aging. I miss feeling prepared when I wake up. Something to agree upon. However, I suggested that he try something easy. For 2 weeks, he should consume 2 ripe kiwis an hour before bed. That was it. No extras, no significant dietary adjustments. Only kiwi. George called me 2 weeks later and sounded happy. He laughed. "I don't creak like an old chair anymore. I feel as though my legs are mine once more." What, therefore, gives kiwis their power? First of all, melatonin, the hormone that promotes sleep, is naturally present in kiwis, making them one of the few fruits that do so. While many people use tablets, kiwis offer a natural, mild supply that is easier for your body to absorb. Research also indicates kiwi. Why is this important? Because you're asleep deeply. Beyond melatonin, muscular tissue is increased, inflammation is decreased, and growth hormone is released. Antioxidants, which are abundant in kiwis. Aid your body in fending off oxidative stress. Additionally, don't ignore potassium. Even more amazing is the fact that this unassuming fruit also helps to reduce leg cramps at night. Despite its sweet flavor, kiwis don't raise blood sugar levels because they have a low glycemic index. It also has a reduced salt content, which is good for heart health. Additionally, kiwis are easy on the stomach. Even though it might not seem like much, this easy nightly routine can have a big impact on your morning mood. More powerful, more slumber. The silent power of 2 is more. Now that we've looked at the subtle power of fruit, eggs are an unexpected evening boost. Now let's move on to something more recognizable. Something that the majority of us have opened numerous times, maybe with toast for morning or baked into a recipe that has been handed down through the centuries. Now let's discuss eggs. You might be surprised to learn that, especially if you're over 60, this common kitchen item, which is typically associated with breakfast meals, can be a strong ally for your muscles at night. Allow me to present Lean to you. She is a pleasant, happy, 68-year-old woman who consistently delivers fresh fruit to neighborhood events. However, at one of our wellness seminars, she revealed something delicate. She replied, laughing a little, "My legs wobble like overcooked noodles when I wake up in the morning." She wasn't kidding. Even though she ate healthily during the day, she frequently skipped meals after sunset because she believed it would improve her quality of sleep. Instead, she continued to wake up with a sense of instability, exhaustion, and just away. So we made one small change. One soft-boiled egg, consumed approximately 1 hour prior to going to bed. That's all. Lean informed me 2 weeks later that, although I didn't have high expectations, I no longer feel unsteady. I feel stable once more. For an aging body, it is what the appropriate protein at the appropriate time can accomplish. Nutritionists refer to eggs as a complete protein. All 9 of the necessary amino acids required by the body for muscle maintenance and repair are present in them. Above all, they contain a lot of leucine, an amino acid that directly promotes the production of muscle proteins. Leucine can be thought of as the activator for muscle growth. Your body finds it difficult to heal itself when it doesn't have enough of it, especially overnight. This is the difficulty that many elderly people encounter. Our muscles lose their sensitivity to even trace levels of protein as we age. A small meal of chicken, for example, that it was effective in your 30s or 40s would not be sufficient to sustain muscular health in your 60s or 70s. Because your body performs its most thorough repair work in the evening, it is crucial to incorporate a concentrated, high-quality protein source like eggs. About 6 grams of protein and 5,00600 milligrams of leucine, a potent amount for muscle maintenance, are found in 1 large egg. Additionally, a soft-cooked egg is light, easy to digest, and won't keep you up at night like heavy dinners do. Eggs, however, provide more than just protein. Additionally, they contain vitamin D, which is a substance that many older folks lack, particularly if they don't get much sunlight. Vitamin D is crucial for muscle function, balance, and coordination, in addition to bones. Then there is choline, a vitamin that is less well known yet is crucial for the health of the neurological system. It enables your brain to communicate with your muscles more clearly and powerfully, which is essential for avoiding falls and preserving your independence. Let's now take a quick look at cholesterol, the big issue. Modern study contradicts the unwarranted demonization of eggs for their high cholesterol level. Eating 1 egg daily does not raise the risk of heart disease for the majority of people. In fact, by raising the beneficial HDL cholesterol, eggs can even help your cholesterol profile. The way you cook your egg is important, of course. Your best bets are soft-boiled, poached, or softly scrambled in olive oil. To counteract the benefits, don't fry it in butter or combine it with processed meats like bacon. Additionally, a soft egg is one of the easiest proteins to digest. No strain, no effort, just silent nourishment if you have trouble chewing or prefer something mild before bed. Ultimately, eating wisely is more important than eating more. Before bed, a single egg won't simply make you feel full. While you sleep, it will assist in rebuilding you from the inside out. 3. Tiny seeds, pumpkin seeds. Let's move on from soft proteins to something tiny, gritty, and frequently disregarded but subtly potent after deep recovery. Seeds from pumpkins. Yes, the tiny green seeds that you may forget to put in a jar at the back of your cabinet or toss on a salad. They might not seem like much, but they have a surprising amount of power when it comes to overnight muscle repair. Allow me to present Harold to you. Harold is a 72-year-old retired gardener with a gentle grin and wrinkled hands. His strength came from years of carrying tools and caring for soil, but more lately he started to notice something strange. He said, "I wake up every morning with tight legs. My muscles never seem to be completely relaxed, regardless of how much sleep I get. I move and stretch, yet the tightness persists." We examined Harold's nightly routine. His sleep schedule was regular and his meals were well balanced, but he was lacking magnesium. One essential mineral for relaxing muscles is magnesium. Insufficient amounts might cause your muscles to remain partially clenched while you sleep, which can cause restlessness, cramps, and stiffness in the morning. The good news is here. One of the best natural sources of magnesium is pumpkin seeds. You can get about 40% of your daily magnesium needs from just 1 ounce, or tiny handful. From such a small seed, that is an amazing gift. The shift was evident when Harold started including pumpkin seeds in his nightly regimen, only a teaspoon or two before bed. "In the morning, I feel more relaxed," he remarked, "less rigid, as if my body had finally had a chance to relax." However, these seeds contain more secrets than just magnesium. Additionally, pumpkin seeds contain tryptophan, an amino acid that your body uses to make the mood and sleep-regulating hormones serotonin and eventually melatonin. Tryptophan and magnesium work in a soothing harmony to assist your body transition into deeper, more restorative sleep, even if tryptophan by itself won't put you to sleep. Additionally, as we've already covered, your muscles perform their most crucial mending function during deep sleep. We're not finished yet, though. With roughly 7 grams per ounce, pumpkin seeds are also a good source of plant-based protein. In other words, they not only aid in sleep, but also provide your muscles with the amino acids they require to develop stronger during the night. Pumpkin seeds digest slowly, providing steady, consistent sustenance that is perfect for overnight recovery, in contrast to fast-digesting foods that surge and crash. Additionally, they include zinc, an essential mineral for hormone production, immunological function, and cell repair. Because zinc promotes healthy testosterone levels, which are closely linked to muscle maintenance, strength, and vitality, this is particularly crucial for men over 60. From a single tiny seed, all of this. How do you like them then? Don't complicate things. You only need a spoonful or two before bed. If you want a little extra protein, you may eat them plain, lightly toasted, or sprinkled over a scoop of plain Greek yogurt. Especially if you're controlling high blood pressure, be sure they're unsalted. Additionally, to keep them fresh and full of their natural oils, store them in an airtight jar. Pumpkin seeds are a healthy choice for those who would rather avoid large meals at night. They are light on the stomach yet high in nutrients. Despite their diminutive size, these seeds are a silent gift from nature to your muscles, nerves, and sleep. Your body wakes up a bit more relaxed, a little more supported, and prepared to move more easily after a little handful before bed. The unsung hero of the evening recuperation thus far is cottage cheese. Fruit, eggs, and seeds have all been discussed. Each has a unique method of assisting your body in recovering and regaining power while you sleep. Let's move on to something you might not anticipate, though. Something easy. Be humble. In the back of your refrigerator, perhaps, cottage cheese, Yes, your grandma might have eaten those lumpy, soft spoonfuls before going to bed. They appear weaker than they actually are. Allow me to introduce you to Martha. She is 76 years old. Shrewd, razor-sharp, and always with a book in her arm. However, during the previous year she had started to observe a subtle shift. Stair climbing felt more difficult. It was harder to get out of the car. She no longer felt her legs were grounded. Her physician referred to it as aging. She wasn't comfortable with that explanation, though. She was aware that her body was communicating that it only needed the correct encouragement. So we made one minor adjustment. About 30 minutes before bed, a couple of spoonfuls of low-fat cottage cheese. Not a big dinner, no significant change. A gentle, soothing custom to cap off her day. She said, "It seems like my body finally got the memo, after looking at me for 3 weeks. I have more energy when I wake up. I feel secure once more." What was the difference? The secret is casein, a special protein that distinguishes cottage cheese. Casein digests slowly, in contrast to whey protein, which does so rapidly. Over the course of several hours, it progressively distributes amino acids into your bloodstream, giving your muscles consistent support all night long. This gradual, steady release is just what aging muscles require. Why? Because your body goes into repair mode when you sleep. However, your body may really begin breaking down muscle tissue to fuel itself if you haven't consumed enough protein, or if that protein digests too quickly. When you're already experiencing age-related muscle loss, that's the last thing you want. Cottage cheese is a great solution to the issue. A few spoonfuls will maintain your bloodstream full of the amino acids your muscles need to develop stronger, regenerate, and heal while you sleep. There's more, though. Leucine, the potent amino acid we discussed before with eggs, is also abundant in cottage cheese. Leucine signals your body that it's time to gain muscle by acting as a switch. The pairing is what makes this so beautiful. You get a rapid boost from eggs. You get a long, steady hand from cottage cheese. And there's good news if blood sugar is a worry. Carbohydrates are naturally low in cottage cheese, particularly the low-fat, plain variety. It won't result in nighttime crashes or insulin spikes. For those with diabetes or prediabetes, the gradual release of proteins may actually help regulate blood sugar overnight. Additionally, it's a wise decision for blood pressure monitors. Select the low-sodium varieties, which are currently widely accessible. Additionally, if heart health is an issue, choose low-fat or 1% kinds to minimize saturated fat while still enjoying all the advantages. Let's now discuss texture. Because it's cool, creamy, and a little tangy, some people adore cottage cheese. Some people might rather combine it with something they already have, like some banana slices, a pinch of cinnamon, or even some kiwi from earlier. Just make sure it's mild. Keep in mind that this is not a meal, but rather a signal to your body. This is what you require. Now, take a nap. I'll do the remainder. No cooking, no preparation. One of the best nighttime supports you can give your body after 60 is just a spoon and some peaceful time. Because doing more doesn't always translate into strength. It results from performing a single easy task carefully and consistently. Additionally, cottage cheese is a silent hero that works subtly throughout the night to give you more energy in the morning. So here we are. 4 easy foods. No powders, no medication, no intricate meal plans. A simple act of kindness could be as simple as a tablespoon of cottage cheese, a soft egg, a handful of pumpkin seeds, or a kiwi. A soft reminder to your body that you are not forgotten. I remain here. Since you don't need to completely change your life in order to feel powerful again, I still have faith in you. You don't have to follow every new health fad or strive for rigorous exercise. After 60, intensity is not what your body needs most. It's constancy. Real change can be brought about by making a few little decisions on a regular basis with compassion and purpose. Slowly, gradually, sustainably, as you sleep, rather than all at once. You see, Becoming older does not imply losing strength. It entails finding it again in novel ways. On the banister, that steady hand. That instant when you get out of a chair without thinking. The self-assurance to stand a little straighter, go a little farther, and once more have faith in your body. When you decide to allow your muscles the rest they require to recover, those moments are created during the peaceful hours. Additionally, their needs aren't always significant. It's simply a slice of fruit sometimes, an egg that is cooked just right, a dollop of something basic and filling. Not a sound, nothing ostentatious. Simply put, very encouraging. These foods serve as more than just fuel. They are deeds of compassion for your future self. "I want you to move freely," they remark. "I wish for you to feel stable. I want you to feel a little more resilient tomorrow than you did today." That's how nutrition works at night. That is the silent guarantee of taking care of your body throughout the day. Try one tiny activity tonight instead of feeling like your strength is ebbing away as you go to bed. Take a kiwi and peel it. Bring an egg to a boil. Put some pumpkin seeds on toast. Remove some cottage cheese with a spoon. Experience the warmth of that small deed. Make it a ritual. A stronger morning thanks to your silent commitment. And keep in mind that you can still rebuild. Your muscles continue to listen. No matter how old you are, your body still reacts to care. At Golden Years Wellness, we think growing older should be a journey of empowerment rather than deterioration, because every decision you make, no matter how minor, is a step in the direction of greater joy, harmony, and energy. Tell me which of these foods you would most like to try first before going to bed. I read everyone, so please leave a comment below. Someone else in our community who is prepared to start their own road back to strength might find inspiration in your story. Additionally, please take a moment to subscribe to Golden Years Wellness if you haven't already. Here, we offer easy, scientifically supported ways to help you feel your best at 60, 70, and beyond. Because a well-rested body, stable mornings, and strong legs, they are not extravagances. You were born with them. And one quiet mouthful at a time is how it all starts tonight.